Digital flashcards are great for everyone to use. They're not perfect, and they shouldn't be the only thing that you use, but they will be a good addition to your revision. They will help you learn more facts and get better grades, and that's why they start high up in the great revision area. But as usual, it's good to know the good bits and the bad bits to make sure that your time is well spent. So why get a digital flashcard app? Well, the first big bonus is from this thing called micro-learning. You can easily get an additional 30 to 40 minutes a day revision time by using digital flashcards. They're super convenient because you only need your phone to test yourself on your flashcards. So you can use them for a few minutes here and a few minutes there, and all that time ends up adding up. The next reason digital flashcards are really good, because they're in the question format, and questions are great because they get you actively thinking. As long as you're thinking, you're spending your time well. To make even better use of your time, many apps will keep track of the ones that you find difficult and then give you more practice of those to get better at them. And lastly, there are lots of pre-made questions, so you can get practice them straight away. Just make sure they are an exact match for your assessment and exam board. If you're not too sure which assessment and exam board you're doing, then find that out first. So let's now have a look at the problems with these digital flashcards. Flashcards usually only ask straightforward types of questions. Yes, you need to learn those facts, but in the assessments, you're likely to use those facts in different ways. This is why digital flashcards are a good addition to your revision, but you will need to revise in other ways as well. The next potential problem with flashcards is sometimes you can just get too many of them. If you've got too many flashcards, it just gets too difficult to actually do the practice and the repeating that you need. That practice and repeat is the thing that you need to help you learn. Flashcards are great for learning individual facts, like A is this, B is that. But when you learn facts by themselves in isolation, they're easily forgotten. And that means we need to keep on repeating doing those flashcards to help us remember. If you can, it's better to use other ways of revising that help you connect the facts. If you connect those facts, you're less likely to forget them. We've summarised the good bits and bad bits of flashcards, and overall, I would definitely say they're good to use. So let's have a look now at making best use of them. The first thing to consider is whether you should use the pre-made ones or make them yourself. I would say it's only really worth making your own flashcards if, whilst you're making those flashcards, you're really thinking about those questions and answers. If you have just copied the questions and answers onto the flashcards, then you've not really gained any benefit from actually making them. Instead, you would be better off just using pre-made ones and getting the benefit from just testing yourself. As a final bit of advice, I'd say that you should be looking at your flashcards and reviewing them once a week or so. Now, the first thing to do is look at those cards and select out those questions that you've found difficult. Those are your gaps, and what you want to do is spend 5 to 10 minutes doing a bit of research, trying to understand that tricky bit, trying to connect it to stuff that you already know. The second thing to do during your review stage is try to reduce down the number of flashcards that you use. You want to keep it to a manageable amount. And the best way to do this is to remove those cards that you keep on getting right. However, instead of just getting rid of those easier flashcards, what you could do is make a new flashcard that includes a more advanced question that brings together all 2 or 3 of those in one card. That way, you reduce the number of flashcards that you have, and also you start building more powerful questions that connect more information. So, overall, digital flashcards are a really good asset, really good resource to have in your revision. My advice is that you definitely make use of them. They're going to help you learn those facts, they're going to give you bonus time, and they're going to help you find those gaps in your knowledge. Just make sure the flashcards match your exam board and your assessments, and that you're not totally relying on these flashcards for all your revision, because there's other types of revision that can help you prepare a little bit better for the types of questions that are in your assessment. Good luck with your revision.